Mr. Speaker, an aluminium tailings pond failure in Hungary, a mercury tailings pond failure in BC, a copper tailings pond failure in Quebec, a lead and zinc tailings pond failure in Macedonia. Things do go wrong with tailings ponds, and when they do, the effects are catastrophic. The oil spill at Wabamun exposed government emergency response plans as pathetically unprepared. And government response plans continue to be shrouded in secrecy. We're expected to take their word and trust them. Well, I, for one, don't trust them. So to the Minister of the Environment, why aren't Alberta Environment's dam safety emergency response plans publicly available?
Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the member referred to the incident at Wabamun. I was not the minister at the time, but my colleague across the way was, and I think he did a very intelligent thing at that point in time when he formed a rapid response, emergency response team within Alberta Environment. That is a CERT, Mr. Speaker. It's a system that has worked very, very well. It is a CERT in conjunction with the operators of any kinds of these facilities, as well as municipalities that are responsible for those emergency
Honourable
plans.
Member.
They're not publicly available. So, back to the same minister. Given that it is reasonable to keep critical infrastructure and the security around it private, but not what the community can expect in case of an emergency. So why does the government keep tailings emergency response plans confidential and away from the neighbours that are affected by it? Why? This is no terrorism thing.
Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I think the member has identified one of the significant issues. If we are in fact going to have an emergency response team to deal with these kinds of issues, one of the things that we don't want to do is let someone who may want to be subversive, may want to be able to create a situation aware of all of the plans that we do have in place.
And he knows it.
Honourable Member.
Given that the oil sands are located in a challenging northern climate and a leak during the winter under the ice may not be discovered until months later, what effort has government put into a concrete, detailed plan on winter breaches of tailings ponds?
We'll never know.
And would he make it public?
No, Osama bin Laden.
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, there is a rigid requirement for ongoing monitoring of these dams and dikes that are there. And the fact of the matter is, Mr. Speaker, we are confident that there is the necessary checks and balances in place to ensure that the scenario that the member describes is remote in the extreme, Mr. Speaker.